Okay, so it's recording now. If everybody can hear me, drop a 1 in the chat for one. So make sure y'all heard all that. And I'm also going to share my screen. So if you heard me, drop a 1 in the chat. All right, for sure. So y'all should be able to see my screen. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all can see my screen. I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, hold on. Right. This. Okay. So feel free to ask questions in the chat. I'll answer them along the way. Some stuff I'm gonna get to later, but feel free to ask whatever y'all want. All right. So how do I read a chart? I'm a top-down analysis kind of person. So what that means is exactly what it said. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. I look at the chart from higher time frames to the lower ones first. That's what I do first. You will never catch me reading the chart from the 1 minute. Can everybody mute themselves? Everybody make sure that you're on mute so that we don't get the background noise. All right, cool. So you would never catch me starting off right here. Let me make sure everybody muted too, because I could kind of hear a little background. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So yeah, you would never catch me starting off my analysis right here. Like I don't care if somebody called the Euro GBP trade. I'm not starting here. Like this is the 1 hour. You would never catch me checking if I should get in this trade like this. I'm always gonna go to a higher time frame first. And yeah, I go to the monthly. I start off on the monthly. Why? Because I've been finessed. you would be in a trade, right? And thinking it's going one way when in reality it's actually going in a total different way. So you have to look at the higher time frames to literally get the strongest. It's more so like the strongest confirmation of the trend that you're looking at. So for Euro GBP, I immediately went to my highest time frame, the monthly. You see how in the monthly you can see everything. This is all of Euro GBP, like period. This is it. This is price action on Euro GBP from 2003 to the current. And I like to see everything. Like I can't stress that enough. I want to know exactly where we at. And when you get to the lower time frames, it's a lot of noise there, so it could kind of be misread basically. So I start there, and then I'll put some support and resistance lines. So I'm gonna always put a support line here, and then you could put it here too. It's just as like a guide for me, and I'm putting it here just because this is my most current low right here where I'm circling with the cursor. This is not a support and resistance training, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. I'm gonna keep going. So then I'll do my top resistance, and it's like, okay, cool. So price has never been below here. Yeah, it has over here, but that's irrelevant. And then price hasn't been up here. So it's like, all right, bet, cool. So then I just go down to my lower time frames. But off this, I can already see that we're in a sell, clearly, obviously. You know what I mean? But when you go to the lower time frames, it's not always true. Like you come down to the 1 hour and you see like you just it kind of look like we just going in a straight, we going like in this, what do they call this, this ranging motion, and you kind of don't really know what the trend is. So that's why I always go to the higher ones. All right. And so what I do from there is I literally just start walking down to the time frames that make sense. All right, the weekly. I love to look at the weekly. The weekly is one of my favorite time frames, and that sounds crazy, but it's true. And I like the weekly just because I have to make sure I got the chat. Where the recording will be. I'll drop the recording for the team. You will have it. Don't worry. It's gonna be somewhere everybody can access it. Anywho, so what was I saying? Oh, so I like the weekly, but when I look at the weekly, I look at it at the end of the week, or I look at it at Sunday. And that's why I tell people, like, I know a lot of my signals on Sunday. I'm literally just waiting on the move to happen, because if we ended last week right here on this candle, then I already kind of have an idea where we're going to pick up next week. I don't know for a fact, but to give you an idea. And as you can see, Euro GBP has just little ways to go down here. And I don't know if it's going to do that, but, it's just like an idea. So that's how I do that. Okay. And so, boom. So somebody asked me, I'm going to go to a question that I had. And the question was a live demo of establishing TP and stop loss on the currency pair. So I'm going to show y'all that with Euro GBP. I'm going to show y'all how I essentially do that. 1 second. This is how I can give y'all a signal. This is what I would do exactly. Is this. So, all right, I see we in a sale. So I'm looking for sales for y'all. So I'm gonna come down to the daily and see what's happening on the day chart. And what I'm doing is I'm literally looking for, I'm kind of looking for entries, honestly. I'm looking for entries. That's all I can really say. And what I would do next, or what you should do next, is start putting in some support and resistance lines, because that's where price is going to break and retest. And I call trades on break and retest. And you will see me say that in my signals if it's a break and retest trade. And I do that because I like to confirm my trades. And you can confirm trades by breaks and retests. So make sure y'all write that down. Literally take notes. I know I talk fast, but just write down as much as you can if you feel like you need to. This will be recorded, so you'll be able to come back and look at it, but just still kind of pay attention to what I'm saying. So what I would do is, so this is the daily, and I'm gonna go further in, but just off this right here, I wouldn't call the sell for y'all until it breaks this price right here, 0.85219. I could call it there, and I could also call it when it retests it. And a retest is literally when price, I'm gonna try to find y'all a break and retest. I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame so you can see it, just in case people are unsure exactly what that look like. So I'm gonna try to find one. I probably actually got it on one of my other pairs that I caught for y'all. All right, here go one right here. Beautiful break and retest. So I called a GJ sell a few days ago or last week. I don't remember. This is a break and retest right here. This. The break is, hold on, this pencil that I'm using is horrible. Make it bigger. Oh, that's nice. This is a break and retest. So what did it just break? Where was the break at? And I'm gonna identify that for y'all. The break is, hold on, I got the wrong cursor out. This is the break right here. And I'm gonna make it orange. And I'm gonna not make it dotted so y'all can see clearly. This orange line, this candle broke it, and then it retested it. A retest is the same as a pullback. A retest is the same thing as a pullback. But I call it a retest because price broke this level and it was like, will I get that same push down if I go to that price again? So price had to check, basically. Price was like, ooh, drop. All right, let me check if I can do that again. Retest, drop. So that's how I call trades, is I would have called it at the break and I'll call it again. You could get in again right at the retest. So that's what I mean when I say enter at the break and retest. And you don't have to get in at both, but it just means that if you miss the entry, you missed the break, you wait on the retest. Yeah, this was 8 hours later till the retest came, but so you know it's going to retest. I told you that. So just wait. All right. So that's a break and retest. Now I'm going to go back to Euro GBP. All right. So we was on the daily and I was telling y'all like, all right, I wouldn't call the trade till we broke and retested this price here. And so that's that. Like, where price is at right now is at a level of support. So we can't, when you get to a level of support like that, you can see price try to do this, try to come up right this. So you gotta be mindful. Like, I don't know that if price is gonna drop here or not. You know what I mean? Based on the higher time frames, it looks like it could. However, based on just structure and price action, you have to always look at what the candle is doing. So what I would be doing is I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see how price react to this level. If it rejects it, then I'm gonna start looking for bullish momentum. If it breaks it, then I'm gonna look for a retest, for a sell. Did that make sense? Or do y'all want me to say it again? Like, somebody say something in the chat if that made sense. Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. Oh, okay. What's up? What's up? You could wait, say that one more time. Okay. So explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Bet one more time. That's what I want to hear. Like, you literally, if y'all want me to say it again, tell me, like, this for y'all. Like, for real. Okay. When you look at price on the daily, every time price came down to this green line, it shot up. What that means is, it doesn't mean that when price come here, it's going to do the same thing. It just means that you need to understand that price could do that. However, you're not going to react until you get confirmation of how price reacts to the area. So the confirmations would be rejection. What's rejection? Rejection is wicks. When you see in wicks, like this is a wick. This here. Price said, I don't like none of this up here. None of it. Give me away, wick. Rejection. Like, you see how price continuously push down? Sorry, my drawings is just horrible. But I just really want y'all to understand what that is. What rejection is. So we're literally gonna look for price to reject this area. If it even does that. Like, and if it don't, it's gonna break it. And if it breaks it, you're gonna look for a retest. If it retests it, then you're gonna market execute a sell. Period. Like, that's the confirmation. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. So would you wait till it breaks the rejection again to enter trade? So I'm gonna clarify my lingo. So I would wait until price showed me either a rejection of this support or a break. If it rejects this support, I'm gonna look for a buy. If you reject a support level, you want to look to buy. If you break a support level, you want to look to sell. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you reject a support level, you are going to look for a buy. I got you. If you break a support level, you're going to look for a sell. So I'm going to put the drawings here. Yes, exactly. Yes. So look, you could have a buy like this, or you could have a sell like this. But what you'd see for the sell exactly is it would look something like, hold on, let me erase this. I wish I could like draw on the computer. Like, y'all would be like, whoa. All right, so let's say price, if we wanted price to, what would a break and retest look like on here? If it was a sell, you would see a candle close below here, right? It'll be a candle closure below this level. It don't matter how big it is. And honestly, I don't really like how I drew that. So I'm just about to like start over again. All right, you would see price close, and pay attention to what I'm saying. You would see price close. You would see a candlestick close below this line. And it's okay if you see price do this, come back up, because it does that. That would be a pullback or a retest. And you can see it continue down. This movement alone, this break and retest alone, I would wait for, so that I can market execute a sell from the same entry all the way down. Like, if you don't get in on a break, it's okay. Just wait on the retest. Oh, they do? They have arrow? Oh, all right, Chris Lee. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. So, all right. So really with that, you just wait And what I like to do too sometimes is I keep going. Like I literally keep going down time frames from there. Like this alone, looking at Euro GBP right now to me, I literally kind of just gave y'all a setup. Like it can go either way. You know what I mean? You literally got to look and see what the candle's doing. And personally, what I do is, so we on a 4-hour candle right now. I would wait on this candle to close. And yeah, it's going to take 4 hours, but I don't want to jump the gun. Like you could, let's say we got in the buy right now. Like, not saying that you can't, you know what I mean? Not saying you can't, but what if by the time you had an hour left in the 4 hours, the candle closed under here still? So that means you just got in this buy, this willy-nilly buy without any type of confirmation. Like, so what if it buy and you didn't get in right here? Like, you don't have to be antsy, y'all. You don't have to. You could literally just wait on this 4 hour to close above this line. And if it does that, the next candle should indeed close up here too. It should start up here and you can just buy it. You don't have to chance your account like this. And I can only, whoa, who drawn on the screen? Hold on. I could only give advice based on what I've done. Like I have jumped the gun thinking I knew what price was about to do and just bought it. And then I've been right. I have jumped the gun and I just bought it and that mud pulled all the way down here and kept going. So what I'm really trying to get y'all to understand is that you really got to look for confirmations. And that's a whole nother Zoom call, is confirmations. But a break and retest is definitely one of many confirmations. So somebody said, I want to show y'all how I would give you a entry, a take profit, and a stop loss. Somebody asked me that in the questions that they sent me. And so I'm going to use this UJ markup. UJ is one of the pairs that I kind of like. I don't even really trade it like that, to be honest. But it's one of those beginner pairs that's just easy. And so what I do is, let's say, and I got this already marked up because y'all know me. I mark my stuff up on Sundays, no lie. I really do. Because I like to know ahead of time. I already have setups in my head waiting on it to happen for y'all. Like that's what I do. So with this trade, let's say, actually I'm gonna go to the 4 hour because that's where I call the signals from, like a 4 hour. Let's say price was up here at this resistance level, and I'm just adjusting my support and resistance levels. But let's say price was up here. Let's say none of this happened yet, and I wanted y'all to eat off this sell. Like let's say I saw this triple top, and I'm gonna circle it for people who don't know what a triple top is. Is literally what you see. Oh, I could use this. That's cool. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. All right, I don't like that. TradingView needs some better tools. I need like a real pencil. But okay, triple top. Let's say I saw this triple top. This alone is a chart pattern. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get into detail about that. But if you know about, if you study chart patterns, which all of y'all should, a triple top is one of those reversal indicators. And for me, seeing this, I already know this is sell. Like, I don't have to wait on nothing else. So let's say I saw like this triple top, but then I wanted y'all to eat off the sale that I believed would be coming. So what I would do is, I'm trying to get rid of this because I want to show y'all this exact entry that I would put you in at. Hold on. I don't want this right here, y'all. Like, how do I? Hold on. I really want to get rid of this circle right here. Oh, yes. All right. So let's say that last, oh, I see y'all. Hold on. Head and shoulders isn't in. I don't, honestly, dog, it get real simple if you just call it a triple top. Like, head and shoulders, triple top, it's gonna sell. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Like, I don't really stress. Right. I don't really stress over if it's head and shoulders, triple top. I don't care. Like, it just rejected resistance 3 times. Like, who cares? It's still the same. That's just how I think. So y'all don't have to overdo it, is what I'm saying. You don't have to be like, but wait, I don't see the shoulder. Like, you don't have to do that. So, all right. So let's say I saw that last top right here, and I wanted to get y'all in the trade. I would literally, now there's a lot of steps that I do, but I'm gonna show y'all the easiest one. And this is a little bit of sauce that I wasn't even gonna show y'all. And it's not even how I send a signal, but it's how y'all can easily trade, real easy. So I'm going to bring up my Ikimoku cloud, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all my drawings and just have the Ikimoku cloud up. I see UJ trying to sell too. So like, I'm not in no trades right now, but if y'all start seeing stuff and y'all just want to get in it, just by all means get in. But I'm not saying that I'm necessarily calling the signal, but I do see UJ selling currently on the 4-hour time frame. However, so, all right. So the question was, this is the question that I'm answering. A live demo of establishing take profit and stop loss on the currency pair. And I'm gonna show y'all how to calculate the pips. Somebody asked me that. And then somebody asks, how do you know when to place your stop loss at break even? So I'm gonna answer all of those. So what I'm gonna show you first is, all right, so let's say this was y'all entry, this orange line. And now it's like, dang, all right, so what's they take profits? And this is literally one of the ways that I confirm my signals with y'all, is I pull up my Ikimoku cloud. And I'm not even gonna get into detail about the Ikimoku cloud. I'm literally only gonna use one thing on it right now, because that's all I use. And this strategy alone is called the ECC11 strategy. An IML educator named Kathy Kirkland actually taught this strategy. And I just learned it. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's real simple. So you had the Ikimoku cloud up, and I'm just gonna show you this real quick. You're really focusing on the lagging span. You can see that I turned off these. Like, you could have these on, and they mean stuff. You know what I mean? They definitely mean stuff. But I'm not gonna get into that. Only thing I want y'all to care about is the lagging span right now for this exact strategy. ECC11. So this was the entry, this orange. And now it's like, all right, well, where's my first take profit? What you do is, the green line is called your money line. So you want to look to the left, because that's where the lagging span is. The lagging span lags behind price. And so what you're looking for is essentially the last like low. Like, price, when it sells, it starts breaking support levels. It starts breaking and retesting support levels, or breaking lows, or creating lower lows. And you can find them on the lagging span. So the lagging span is essentially what price did a long time ago. It's essentially structure from the past. And if you understand price, you know that price repeats itself. It literally breaks and retests the same structures and resistance all day long. And it's going to revisit those in the future. So that's what this strategy will help you do. So I look to my left, and I can't really see the green line in here because price is hiding it. But if you look over here, you see this bottom. Like, and I'm going to circle it, because when I first taught it, it was a little confusing. So I'm going to circle it, that bottom there. And I put a line. And then I look for another one to the left. Like, I literally go over, like, look at my cursor, what I mean by going over. Like, I go over, go down. Now I'm literally looking for a level where price kind of took a rest. And then I put a line. And then I go down, oh, rest. Like a little divot. I don't really have no idea what word to use that can describe what this is, but like these. And then I put a line. And then I go back. Oh, of course you put one at the bottom. A pivot. That could work. Like a pivot, a hiccup, a divot, a point. You literally looking for the bottom of the triangles, damn near. Like, that's kind of it. It's real simple. Like, I'm literally not thinking nothing. I'm literally looking for when price did like a little, I guess you could call it a pivot, or like a little lean. I don't know. So then what I do is, so these could be take profits. This would be the entry that I call. This price right here would be the entry that I call, and these will be my take profits that I call. But this is how I check them. So then I pull out my ruler. I don't know how to add up pips on my head. Like, I can't. I could do it on my phone, on the calculator, But I found that it's easier to just use this on TradingView, and that's what I do for y'all. Is I literally go to the entry, which is the first orange line, and then if I feel like this is the first take profit, I'm gonna see how many pips it is. But I based it off the ECC 11 strategy, and so you see how this is about 35 pips. That would be take profit 1. That's a reasonable take profit 1. And you reading a number that's like, you see how it's like minus 34.9. You kind of gotta ignore a lot of stuff but the numbers, and I'll round it up to 35. I don't look at nothing else in this little blue box besides that number to the right. And then I just keep going lower. Like, okay, take profit 2 would be approximately 52 pips. Take profit 3 would be approximately 90 pips. Take profit 4 could be 117 pips. And that's what I do. 2 seconds. That was a 5-minute signal. Like, that's it. I don't overthink it. I don't do none of that. I literally pull up my Ikimoku cloud because it's accurate. You know, when you learn about Ikimoku, you'll understand more of what it is and what it's telling you. So that's why I can just rely on it. Like, I trust it 100,000%. And like 10 times out of 10 is right. Price literally, these are the levels that are already there. Like, I don't have to guess where support and resistance are. The Ikimoku cloud just told me where they are. So that's how I'm very accurate. How willing are you to jump into TP2 and so forth? As I've heard, it's not always accurate, and repeat counting pips. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to count the pips first, and then I answer the question you got, Paige. So to calculate the pips, I click this little, yep, it's being recorded. It better be being recorded because yeah. It is. So I click the ruler over here. It's like a measurement tool, and you click it, and then you could drag it. And so I've dragged it from literally line to line. And that's how I do my measurements. Like, I go, this will be my entry. Yep, I got you. This will be my entry, and then I drag it down to where I said take profit 2 would be, or take profit 1 would be, excuse me. And it told me literally to the right 34.9. And yeah, it's a minus in front of there, but ignore that. Like, just ignore that. It's really about 35 pips from entry to take profit 1. And then I drag it lower to my next line, 51 pips. Next line, 90 pips. And I'm not pressing nothing on the computer. I literally only clicked once. Like, I clicked the ruler, I clicked where my entry was, and I just started dragging my mouse down to measure it, really. And that's what I do every time. Yep. All right, so you asked, how willing are you to jump into take profit 2 and so forth? So this is when your own analysis has to come in. When you're new, you need to just go for take profit 1. And I can't say that I did that when I was new. I wish I would have did that when I was new. But you just don't. You kind of just, you trust in the system, and that's cool. You are supposed to. But at the same time, what I like to teach my family is how are you getting in the trade when you haven't even marked up the chart yet? So for real, take profit 1 could not be guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like, this is, and what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it in a way like the copy paste system can work against you. No, what I'm saying is, you know how to trade now. You know what I mean? Like, so develop it. Like, don't just always be a copy paste person. That's not what this opportunity is about. You have to be able to go to the chart yourself and actually see, does it make sense? People aren't calling signals just cause, we're not just pulling out anything. And at the same time, some people see different stuff. So, and that's fine. Like, nobody's gonna be mad if you don't get in the signal. Like, I always tell my family, if you don't see it, don't get in it. Like, you have to be confident in the trade that you get in. And if you're not confident, I wouldn't risk my money. Like, why would you risk your money in something you're not confident in? Like, that's why I have people mark up the chart themselves. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean by that in a second. So to answer the question, how willing am I to jump into take profit 2? I have to mark up the chart myself. And if it matched my analysis, then I might go for take profit 5. No cap. Like, a lot of the times, the people that call the signals, we see the same stuff. So, like, yeah, like, I check it. Yeah, absolutely. Not to, like, oh no cap, but you should. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be marking up the chart to make sure numbers is right. Like, you have to. And that's just how you develop and become good at it. You know what I mean? I didn't just wake up and was good at trading, I got good because I stayed in the charts and I learned everything. Um, so yeah, it all depends. I got to do my own analysis, and that tell me what take profit I go to. And honestly, I hold trades, so I need to take my own advice and go for take profit one because sometimes I be holding it too long. Like I just don't even pay attention. But yeah, do your own analysis, and if you see it going to that level, then go for it. Go for it. If you see it, go for it. Let me look at the questions that I got real quick on here. To see if I can piggyback off of anything. Okay, how do you know to place your stop loss at break even when you're up so many pips? Okay, bet. Where would the stop loss be? Perfect. So we right on track. So I said this line here, and I'm gonna change it. This pink line would be our entry. Our stop loss would be above the last high, and the last high is here. Anywhere up here, it don't matter. Like it really don't matter. I literally try to give y'all a stop loss that I feel is a safe stop loss. Like I'm not gonna be all like, okay, stop loss right here. Nah. I'm gonna pull it back. I'm OCD, so I might even put it exactly at 109.400 just because. Just because. And it's like, all right, well, how many pips is that? I consider all of this for y'all. Like I go for my entry and I back it up. Oh, the 30 pip stop loss. Beautiful. Like beautiful. Like you guys will get good at this. Like, and if you look at the Ikimoku cloud, the lagging span, the green, you could literally just put it above this last peak here. Or you could put it above this last peak or this last peak. It don't matter. Just put it above the last high. As long as it's a stop loss your account can accommodate. Yep. That's exactly what I was getting to next is demonstrating placing stop loss and profit. I know baby going to late because last night. So how to put a stop loss in profit? You asking like literally how to put it in profit or like where to put it in profit? Like how to know where to put it in profit? How to know where? Okay, cool. So let's say this is your entry, this pink line, and I know I got like too many lines, but all right, this line right here is our entry, the blue line. All right, you don't want to move your stop loss until take profit one is hit. I'm not moving my stop loss until take profit one is hit. Like, period. I'm not. I'm gonna leave it where it's at, and I might even leave it there till take profit two. Um, I know, right? It's crazy. That's why I did this call because it's so much stuff like you know but don't know. Like you need to know. You don't even know that you need to know that. So I don't move my stop loss and profit until take profit one is hit. Once take profit one is hit, I will move my stop loss at least 10 pips in profit. And to be honest, I don't really count it out. Like I don't really go like, all right, 10 pips in profit would be about here. And I'm gonna put a line where that is. About here. Like this orange. Oh, that's another orange line. So I'm gonna put it, man, I'm gonna make it red. So this will be the entry, the blue line. Once this first orange line is hit, I'm gonna move my stop loss where this red it is. That would be my new stop loss. It wouldn't be this no more. It would be this. Why? Because let's say I'm going for take profit 12 and it pulled back. At least I'm stopped out in profit. You know what I mean? This is leading into the question of somebody hit me up and they were saying, I'm taking the signals, but I'm just not making no money. And that was me, y'all. Like literally, that was me. Like I'm sitting here wondering how is everybody making money off these signals, but I keep ending up in the red. And it's honestly because you didn't move your stop loss and profit. This, excuse my language, but this shit ain't guaranteed. And I had to hear Matt say that to me so many times for me to understand. And I have to say so many times because I'm hard headed. I used to hold trades forever and not move my stop loss and profit. And it'll pull back. And I'm sitting here in the red thinking like, dang, is it still selling? You know, and it's like, nah, the trend changed. Like the trend changed. But I thought take profit was about to hit. Well, yeah, but it's not guaranteed. And you have to understand that. Like the market is not set up for us to win. Like we the little guys in this. You know what I mean? We not the big money. So any money you get, you need to take it. You know, you need to take that. Tell yourself that. Take it, take it, take it. We give the signal for a guidance. Like, granted, they do be getting hit. Take profits get hit. But at the end of the day, y'all gotta secure the bag. Okay. Like, make sure your stop loss is in profit, period. And then go for the next TPs. If your stop loss not in profit, then that's kind of your fault. Like, no cap. And that's hard to hear, even for me to even tell y'all that, and for me to even tell myself that. Like, I've lost money by not moving my stop loss in profit. And no, it's everybody. Like, y'all don't know how many people have made money off my own signals, and I did not, because I didn't move my stop loss. Or somebody always go to take profit 1 or 2 on my signals just cause. I don't. I'm sitting here holding it till take profit 12. You have to have discipline, and you got to be real mechanical. So move your stop loss in profit when take profit 1 is hit. And you move it either 10 pips in profit or move it just like a hair. Like, if you know your price at 109.804, put your stop loss at 109.10, or 109.8, 109.087. Like, put it somewhere so where if price pull back, at least you'd have made 20 cents. At least you could hop back in. If it pulled back, so market execute, get back in. What I tell y'all, break and retest. So you don't have to freak out. You're gonna make money. All right. So what was the other question I had? All right. All right. So I'm gonna start going through the questions from the top. I went over how to adjust stop loss and when you make profit. So like I said, move it when take profit 1 is hit, or shoot, move it whenever you want. You know what I mean? If you want to secure the bag and you want to be extra cautious, be extra cautious. All right. Can you talk about the importance of discipline with trading? Yep. Hold on 1 second. All right. So discipline with trading. So you honestly, y'all, you need a trading plan. And I can't even cap. I need a trading plan. And you're gonna be shown trading plans, and they either work for you or they don't. You literally gotta kind of make your own. That's what I kind of thought about last night. Like, no lie, I never used a trading plan. Like, people wouldn't even think that. But it was because I felt like the one I had just wasn't me. Like, it just wasn't realistic for me. And so I just trade, and I shouldn't. So what I'm about to do is, this is my trading plan, and I haven't put it on paper yet. But I'm just tell y'all my thoughts. So my goal is to make at least, like, and this might sound crazy compared to how much I've made, but in my smaller account, because I'm not that good at trading smaller accounts. I'm good at trading $1,000 accounts and $500 accounts. But the little accounts, I'd be like, oof. But my goal, I'm challenging myself. And my goal is to make like 200 to plus, who cares? But minimum 200 every week, minimum. And how I'm gonna do that is, you can do that real easy. So $200 in 5 days. So you do the math. So 200 divided by 5, $40. So that's $40 a day. I need to think about securing. So all right, $40 a day. So $40 a day divided by maybe 5 trades a day. That's $8. So I need to make $8 minimum per trade and take 5 trades a day. And I make minimum $200 a week. And if you kind of walk yourself backwards like that, I think you will figure it out. So then it's like, all right, I gotta make $8. What lot size do I use? Okay, I could either pop a 0.1 and catch 8 pips and be done for the day. I could pop a 0.01 and work my way up. I could pop a 0.02 and go for, you know what I mean? You really have to do the math and literally write that down. And I haven't wrote mine down yet, but I am. Like, I'm going ham next week, because I finally feel like I got a trading plan that I feel like worked for me. But that's what I would advise doing, is think about how much you want to make in a week, divide that by 5 days, and then whatever amount you get, divide that by how many trades you want to take a day, and then plan your lot size based on risk management. And once you do that, it's going to be easy, because we all caught all our take profit ones at least 30 pips or more. So I'm not going to give you, I don't know, nobody's going to give a signal that's less than 25 pips or even 20 to even extend it. So, you know what I mean? That's all you really need. We really don't need all these extra like pips and stuff. But that come anyway. But this is how you stay disciplined. And if I feel like if I did that, then I would have like $500 weeks, $800 weeks, just because all of our signals hit. We're gonna make more than that. But if you can just think in the mindset of what minimum you're trying to make, you're gonna make more than that. And that's what I hope. That's what I think. So I'm about to test it out next week though. So that's my discipline speech. Thank you. I'm glad it made sense. I literally thought of that last night. Like, damn, like somebody was like, you just want at least 200 at the end of the week, right? Like that sounds good. 250. That's a platinum 1,000 check. Anyway, if you divide that by 5 days, that's $40 a day. Come on now. That's easy. Y'all know how many times that you done saw $8 and ain't take it? You know how many times you saw $4 and ain't take it? We need to take it. Who cares if it hit take profit or not? Take it. You on a trading plan. You know what I mean? You trying to get to your minimum. So that's what you gotta think about. I'm glad y'all mess with that. All right, somebody asks, when do you know to swing trade? It depends on what kind of trader you are. If you're gonna swing trade, use a lower lot size. That's all I got to say. Don't over leverage a swing trade because you're gonna be holding it for days, and the market is gonna be fluctuating, and your account has to be able to handle it. So that's that. What type of candlestick patterns do you look for? I look for all of them. I don't really go in looking for anything. I just look at all of them because you got to understand that the market does what it wants to do, not what you want it to do. So you got to remove your bias when you're looking at the chart anyway. So don't go in thinking like, I'm about to look for all triple tops. No. You need to go in and look at what price is doing and know that a triple top is possible. You need to know that, what else we gonna see? Like flags are possible. Like y'all need to look up what bearish and bullish flags are. You need to look up every kind of chart pattern you could think of, double tops, reversal patterns. Like those are real things that you can see collectively in charts. Consolidation, understanding what price is doing is everything. That's literally how I trade. Is I don't have a bias. Like when I talk about Euro GBP, like it can go either way, but I'm gonna wait on what price tell me, and then I'm gonna drop the signal, and then I'm gonna tell you how to get in. So that's that. All right, let me go to the next question in here. Somebody said, how many trades should a person with $200 in their account take at one time? You should only have 3 trades open at one time. 3. That's it. I know I go crazy. I pop a lot of entries, y'all. But don't do that. Like, don't do that. I've lost a lot of money doing that. And I probably would have a lot more money than I've made if I just only had 3 entries. Like, no lie. But I'm still working on figuring out how to balance my lot sizes because, hey, I'm confident in my trades. So if I'm getting the trade that I think is a good setup, I'm gonna go ham. However, you can't have 12 entries. So, I tell myself that. That's my speech to myself too. Like the real thing is you should only have 3. So you need to think about what lot size that you want to use and stick with it and then divide it by 3 entries. Like that's it. Is it smart to pop a 0.1 lot size when you profit when you're profiting? It depends on your account. Again, how I think you should think about a 0.1 is look at your margin. If you look at your margin, a lot of people tell you a lot of different numbers. The best real number, like no cap, where I've traded where I didn't like blow no accounts, is when my margin was at 400 or higher. So if you got an account and you pop a 0.1, just 1.1, and your margin drop down to 150, and I mean your margin percentage, that last little line on MetaTrader. If it's say like 150, then you probably shouldn't have popped a 0.1. If it's still greater than 400, you good. Just don't pop no more entries. You got to look at that. I'm just starting. Should I start with $100 or $100 a week, 3 trades a day? Are you saying like start your account at $100, like a $100 trading account? Or honestly, in all honesty, I wouldn't trade unless I could put like 300 in because it's gonna be hard. Like you can trade with $100, but honestly, that mental, you can blow it easily, real easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, it's possible you can trade with $100, yes, but it's gonna take a lot of discipline, like a lot of discipline, and a lot of patience, and you have to accept that challenge. So if you lose it, you cannot be mad. You literally have to go back and say, what did I do wrong? What can I do differently? So that's that. What are my 3+ candlestick wick confirmations that tell me to enter a sell or a buy? So you gotta look at the JCP app really for that. The JCP app give you a lot of different candlestick patterns that you can use, and it literally help you learn them when you look at the chart, like bearish engulfing candles, bullish engulfing candles, dojis. I love dojis. Understand what gravestone dojis are, what hammers are, evening stars, morning stars, all kind of stuff. Like and when you start seeing that on a chart, you market execute. Like I don't do orders and limits and all that. I market execute because I know what price doing, and that's coming back to understanding price action. Um, I love engulfing candles; those are my favorite. Uh, yeah, like you just gotta read the candlestick Bible, that big candlestick Bible that's floating around in chats. I'm gonna drop it again so people got it. But I've read that thing something crazy. It's the candlestick trading Bible or something like that, and it's got this like Korean guy on the front or something. I learned so much reading that. Oh yeah, I will for sure. I'll remember. So another question was, who's the best broker to have? I have Hugo's, but I'm getting a lot of bad reviews. Honestly, I've experienced Hugo's, Traders Way, and KOT4. I can honestly say that I'm still sticking with um Hugo's only because my experience with the other ones. So KOT4 like just kind of played me. Like I just I just can't do KOT4 no more. It was cool, but I had one bad experience and I'm not going back. So I'm gonna say that. Traders Way. Actually, I don't think nothing wrong with Traders Way. I haven't experienced nothing bad with Traders Way. Somebody in my family did say that he lost some money with Traders Way. So I'm just like, dang, I guess I should just stay with Hugo's then. Um, yeah. And it don't have all the pairs on there. The Traders Way doesn't have every currency on there that we trade. Um, in currency crew in general, it don't got all of them on there. But Hugo's got everything. So I'm just sticking with Hugo's. Somebody said, do you over leverage sometimes? Is it always bad to take that risk on a solid signal? So I'm never gonna tell y'all to over leverage. I would be so wrong to tell y'all to over leverage because honestly, I've lost more than I've won over leveraging, and you literally be thinking like, "Dang, I should just never over leverage." And yeah, so yes, I over leverage sometimes. Is it always bad to take that risk on a solid signal? Yes, pretty much, pretty much. I mean, and yeah, kind of, because you pretty much risking your whole account. Like if you have more than 1,000 in your trading account. Oh, okay, cool. Good thing you dropped that in there because I don't know about traders way like that. But yeah, like never risk. You need to understand what you're risking. And if you wasn't trading and you wasn't trading right now, right? And somebody had somebody was like, you had $500, and somebody was like, I bet you, um, I bet you anything. You gonna put the whole 500 on there? Like, dang, that's pretty risky. And I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Nah. Like I've lost it all doing that. Let me see. Somebody said you only use TradingView to market pair charts. Kinda. Like I can use MetaTrader for it, but I can just see. I like the bigger screen on TradingView. I just feel like I always have to go to TradingView anyway for confirmation because I feel like MetaTrader 4 just look different sometimes to me than what I understand on MetaTrader or on TradingView. So I confirm both. Like if a signal is called and I'm in the car or something, and I'm gonna go to TradingView on the app too. I'm gonna look at both. What's my favorite pairs? My favorite pairs. My favorite pairs. I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin one of my favorite pairs. I studied Bitcoin, so I understand Bitcoin. I really did like oil, but oil is real different to me. I still feel like I don't understand it in the sense of how the news affects it. I understand how the news affect Bitcoin, something crazy. But oil, I'm like, and I've made a lot of money on oil because I understand price. But I don't understand how it moves as far as like society influencing it because it reacts to that a lot. And that just it threw me off in trades. I like honestly, I probably like all of them, but I like CAD JPY. I could tell y'all what I don't like because I like damn near all the pairs. I don't really like I don't like CHF pairs. I don't know why. And I probably could trade it honestly, because if you understand price, it just don't even matter what the pair is. And I don't really like CHF. I look at it for y'all. Like if I see a signal, I'm gonna call it for y'all, but I just don't really like how it moves. I don't really like AUD USD. It's too slow. Like I cannot stand slow pairs. AUD USD is a very slow pair, and so is EuroCAD. But I like Euro. I can trade EuroCAD too. So if when you call signals, like, look, I had this already marked out for y'all when I called to sell. It did. It hit every single one. So I do this for y'all. Like, I don't really, it's not really like what's my favorite pair. I like Ripple too. So I like all of them. I guess that's a hard question. Um, uh, do you use fibs as your trading style? Yep, 100%. Like, I mark up all the charts when I'm explaining it to y'all, but as you can see, I only got a couple lines on my charts because I'm a supply and demand trader. Uh, I like to trade supply and demand, and what that means is I like to trade when the market is at its lowest, and I like to trade when it's at its highest. Because if you know where the price is in relationship to price on a higher time frame, you more likely to make a lot of money. So that's what I do. I trade for the big moves. Like I look for the big swings down, and I know that it's gonna pull up just because it got to my lower support level. Like I wait on stuff like that, and so yeah, I use fibs. Do I use SK5? I don't use SK5 at all. I don't use SK5 at all. SK5 is a very amazing confirmation tool. I would advise learning it. But I just couldn't. You kind of figure out what works for you. And SK5 is so many steps to me, and I don't think I just never thought I could remember them all. Like it was kind of complicated. It's not complicated, but it just seemed like too many steps to me. Like I wanted a quick analysis of the chart, but I can't really go through SK5 quickly in my head. But it's cool though. I love it for anybody that it works for. It should, you spot on if you know SK5. I believe Erica used SK5. So any trade she called, I get in. Period. Because that's 1,000 confirmations. Like, went in detail through heli confirmations. So yes, I'm getting in. Do I twin trade? Yeah, I do. I probably quadruple trade. How many pips in profit do you secure from your stop loss? So I said move it 10. And I really wait till I hit take profit or until take profit one is hit. So I'm literally, if you twin trading, you put in 2 entries. You set your first entry for take profit 1, and then you leave your second one open. And so once my first one close out, I'm gonna move my stop loss on my second entry in profit. How Oh, so somebody pretty much asked me, like, when you move in your stop loss and profit and you trade in a highly volatile pair. Like, so like, all right, I use Bitcoin. I definitely move my stop loss and profit when I'm trading Bitcoin. But what I do is you got to understand how Bitcoin move too. So I'm gonna probably go down to like I put it tight in profit. Let's just say that. Like you want to put them close. Like if you trading a highly volatile pair, then you pretty much need to go down to like let's say is a good spot. Okay, let's say I got in a sell of Bitcoin right here at this red line, and let's say it got to right here, or no, it was right here. Price is sold right here, and it pulled back. Let's say I got nervous, so I moved my stop loss and profit. I'm gonna move my stop loss. Like shoot, that way gonna be like right here above that wick, like just a hair, like a hair. And once I see price pull back and reject again, or pull back and drop, that's what I mean. And then I could be a little easy and pull it back up right here. Somebody asks, how long did it take you to make around 2K a day? So I started in June. End of June, I started making 2K a day in September. So June, July, August. So 3 months. In 3 months, I started making 2,000 a day. Do you have your MetaTrader set up with tools that don't require you to always hop on your laptop? For example, do you have MACD, RSI, fibs? If so, can you share the parameters you have inserted? So I do. I got fibs already set up on MetaTrader 4. I don't have MACD, RSI, or SK5 or none of that on there because it looked better to me on TradingView once again. So I got MACD as well. I just got rid of it because I just wanted to show y'all the chart. But I love MACD. That's a whole nother training. Because I'm still trying to perfect it, but the MACD is amazing. The MACD, I'm just gonna leave it. It's amazing. I can show y'all my fib parameters on my phone. I'm about to share it to y'all, and then you can you can screenshot it. Oh well, it's not letting me do it. It's not letting me connect my phone right now. yeah, about to. So I'm gonna just screenshot it on my phone and I'm gonna drop that in the chat for the person that asked me that. And somebody said, how many days did I wake up to red or constantly see red before blue started becoming my best friend? Oh, honestly, the honest answer, I was hard headed, y'all. Like I feel like I went through so many thorns before I got here. Like I don't even understand. So it took me a minute, like a hard, long 2-3 weeks before I first started. I don't know if that's a long time or not, but it seemed like it because everybody was making money still, and I'm sitting here still losing, but I'm getting in the same trades. So it was just like, what am I doing wrong? And it was literally me. Like I was just hard headed. I was over leveraging. I had too many entries. I wasn't moving my stop loss and profit. Like that's stuff you have to do. You are supposed to just copy and paste, but at the same time, what this does for you and that you discover is that you have to develop yourself as a trader. You have to become more than somebody that just copy and paste, because you got to secure the bag too, and you got to understand how much you risking. You gotta just, this is not gambling. You know what I mean? You gotta remember, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Like you gotta remember, like the market not set up for us to know what's going on. And the fact that if you made $10 that day, like that's a win. Like it's okay. The small wins are fine. And I just wasn't cool with that. I was not cool with the small wins. So you need to make the small wins your best friend. All right. So as far as the flags and stuff go, I'm gonna do that. I can do another training call on that. Like I'm gonna write that down actually right now. Because I got a few topics, so many, actually like probably 4 to 5 different strategies and things that I want to teach y'all that I'm gonna do calls on, but I'm gonna save them for just different sessions. So I'm just looking in the chat right now because we at our hour, so that's perfect. Like I like doing these quick hour sessions because it's short, but it's like not too long, but it's just long enough, and it's real a lot of value in the package. So somebody said I started last week and I haven't started. I'm so afraid to lose. I don't want to lose my money. So develop a trading plan. Like I literally challenge all of y'all. I'm doing it for the first time. I'm actually gonna write a real trading plan that I feel like I can stick with because I know minimum if I follow it, I make 200, and that's cool. And you're the rest of it gonna come anyway, but you gotta be okay with the minimum. Um, Somebody said, how long did it take me to hit my first rank? Uh, Dang, I think I hit my first rank in August. So 2 months. It took me a minute. And it's because I wanted to learn how to trade first. I couldn't feel confident talking to people until I understood what I was doing. Like I knew we was making money, but I wanted to be able to show people too. And that's just me. That's how I knew I was gonna be able to thrive in building. And so that's what I did. I was patient. You gotta be patient. Um Making sure I'm not hitting anything. Oh, I saw somebody ask me to show entries on the fibs. I do a call on that too. That's just it. Just take long, not long, but it's lengthy. But I do one special one on that. Somebody said, do I do one-on-ones? Got on the call kind of late. I only really be doing one-on-ones for like my direct family, but just hit me up. I like it when people just hit me up because you never know, and that's what it's about. And if you're serious, then I'll make the time. When you started, what was your account size? 250. 250. Do I work? Yep, I'm a pediatric nurse. I work at the hospital. I work in the ICU, so I take care of kids. I got a bachelor's degree. I got a son. It's real, but I was OCD with this the first 30 days, and that's how you got to be. You are in charge of your own success, and don't let nobody else change that. Like if you want to be rich, then do it. Like I'll just do it. On the mindset call, I don't know if y'all was on there, but Bryce Thompson said, God put us here to do. So do. Like, that's it. And I wanted to be rich. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have 10K days. Okay. I'm gonna have 10K days. 10,000, like literally no cap. So don't I ain't playing with this market. Like the market got me messed up. Like I will literally have my plan down to where I'm guaranteed 10K a day. It's like I'm playing. So that's how y'all gotta be. And yep, that's it. So appreciate y'all for getting on the call. I did record it. So I'm gonna figure out how to send it